Laura here. We are out for another adventure, and this time we are exploring Coldwater Springs in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Come along. So you can probably hear that this park isn't in the most remote location. We are basically right next to the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport and right next to Hiawatha. So even though you're still in the heart of Minneapolis, we still see lots of nature and lots of wildlife at this park. The iconic thing about this park is obviously the spring house. The spring house is undeniably charming. To me, it looks like a rook from chess. But my 4-year-old disagrees. He thinks it's a castle tower with a dragon who has to sleep in it at night. No matter what you think the spring house looks like, the structure and spring itself are actually pretty historical. The spring was the clean water source used during the construction of Fort Snelling, and even before that, the spring was, and still is, considered spiritually significant to the Dakota people. In addition to the spring house, Coldwater Springs is also just a lovely example of a prairie surrounded by an oak savanna. And if you visit the park in the summer, you'll be greeted with tons of wildflowers. So if you're ready to hit the road and check out Coldwater Springs for yourself, let me tell you how to get there. It's located in Minneapolis next to 62 and 55, or Hiawatha. Parking is only available on the street at Minnehaha Park Drive, and it is metered parking. It's going to run you about $1 an hour. You should also know that this parking area is used for the Minnehaha Dog Park as well as some of the other hiking trails in the area, so it can get quite full at times. Additionally, should you need handicap parking, there is handicap accessible parking within the park itself. The trail itself is really doable from the parking area or from the main entrance of Coldwater Springs. It is 1/4 to 1/3 of a mile and is crushed limestone, so totally doable if you have a stroller or a wheelchair. I'm not leaving you, bud.
I don't know what it's called, but it's something fuzzy.
Is it really soft?
Yeah, really soft.
Hazards of the park. Gosh, I mean, the water itself, just because it's a little bit deep at the spring well, maybe it's 3 to 4 feet, so could be potentially dangerous in case your kids fall into it, which hopefully they won't. The spring well itself does have about a 4 to 5 foot drop into shallow water, and lastly, and sadly ironically, the water is no longer safe to drink, despite its historical significance of being a source of clean water. So make sure that your kids' hands get washed really well before having any food or anything after being in the area. As I say that, I realize that I did not wash his hands or sanitize them, and he's currently eating Cheez-Its. Awesome mom move there. Yeah, there are none, so make sure you go to the bathroom before you come and you bring a water bottle. So I would say this park is definitely worth checking out if you're in the area, especially if for nothing else other than this really cute little spring house. If you're coming from far to come check out this park, I would probably pair it with Minnehaha Falls, which is just like a mile north of here. Well, I hope you enjoyed coming out to Coldwater Springs. If you're in the area, I recommend checking it out. It's just cool and different than what you're gonna find at other places. If you end up going, let me know. If you like this video and found the guide and review helpful, leave me a thumbs up or a comment below. And if you're interested, feel free to subscribe as well. Thanks so much and come along on our next adventure. Bye! Wait, what's wrong?
My shadow to follow me.
You don't want your shadow to follow you?
Yeah. I don't want my shadow to
Oh, you don't want your shadow to follow you either?
follow me.
Oh, jeez.